over again. So maybe you were a really negative, bad person. So that got erased out of you. Now you're a nice person. And that's how that works. Yes?
How do you use this information to manifest in this reality?
How do you manifest? Oh, you do the mind to heart drop. Okay, I'll teach that I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Well, then I'll have to take you out of it, because if I leave you in source energy, peace energy, you're not going to retain what I'm talking about. So here we go. You have to command your spirit out loud. It's very simple, 15 seconds. So you command your spirit out loud. You can now do it with me. To take the thoughts inside of your head and drop them into your heart. So we'll do that right now. So I now command my spirit to take the thoughts in my head and drop them into my heart. So, okay, now we're going to count from 10 to 1 backwards 3 times. Here we go. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, right now you're out of time. Okay, your time has stopped for you on the alien timeline that you were living. Okay, remember time goes, right? Tick tock, tick tock. Right now it's stopped for you. If you look around the room here, you're going to find that nobody's really courting anybody. Everybody's separate. Okay? And so now you're in peace energy that your spirit is giving you. Now when you get back into time, then now you're in judgment, and now you're running DNA energies that are bringing you into the timelines. And you can be on thousands of timelines at once, which is very unfortunate. So what I'm doing today, probably in about 5 minutes, we'll do some water charging. So everybody have water? Do the people that came in have water?
I don't have any more.
Oh, okay, yeah, just go outside and we'll get some water. So we'll do water charging. So I'll just top some more then. Yes?
Follow up quickly. So once you get into this feeling, you just...
Okay, yeah. For manifesting, once you're in your heart energy, then you would normally know what you want to manifest. Okay, so the more you do the mind to heart drop, you become more conscious in your body, because now your whole spirit's kind of activated with you. Other than that, it's like dormant, because you don't talk to your spirit. So you have to command your spirit to do a healing on you. So you have to command your spirit to do something. So most people's spirits are just sleeping. So I use the word spirit in place of soul. Soul kind of reincarnates, right? That's what you talk about, the darkness. The soul gets, has to learn. Well, it doesn't really have to learn. It's like trapped here. So I use the word spirit because that's source energy that you have. So that's the perfection that you have.
So then you say the manifestation.
Yeah. So you can say that. You may, in a sense, have your spirit guide you into what you want to manifest. On my website, I have a psychic billboard energy, which you put in there what you want to manifest. Because that's kind of read by, I'm using the dark side energy to do the manifestation. So you're kind of like tricking it. And so you on that, there's 3 sections. It's $20 a month. The first one is what your thoughts are doing for you. The next one is what other people's thoughts are doing to you. Remember, other people's thoughts control your reality if they think about you a lot. And then the third one is what the aliens are doing. So you find out where you are in your life, what's going on with you, Maybe you're trying to find a job and you can't get a job, so you put down, well, I can't find a job now, that's where you are. Then underneath that, you put down what you want to have as a job. And then you update that maybe every day or two as you see people responding to you differently. So make little baby steps toward your goal. Okay, that's how you manifest, and you manifest with light. So the darkness has everything that you can even think of, and creations that are out there that haven't even been thought of, but they already have it programmed like a big computer. So you want to get out of that system. You want to get out of darkness. You want to get back into light. So like I said, when you first came here, and the alien races brought you here, whatever, let's say, color of skin you have, since we have, it's people here basically, different races. Well, that's an alien race. So they planted those people down here. and they took out of you maybe the intelligence that you would have normally, and they stripped your spirit of some of those energies. And so all of a sudden, because you can't be smarter than the aliens, because you would, probably, give them the high sign or something and do your own thing, but they're controlling you. Okay, so we all got water, I think, so we'll do some water charging, and then I'll get your question next, okay? Just hold your glass of water. I'll take 15 seconds here. We'll charge it for what your body needs right now. So if you do have a physical condition of something, maybe you have a sore throat or an earache, then just request that the water is charged to help you out with that. So I'll just count to 10 to charge it. So 1, we have to command the energy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I'll taste your water and see how it is. Is it a little smoother than normal water? Okay, it goes down instantly. Normally when you have water, you put the water in your mouth, and if you do like a time-lapse photography, your body goes, well, what is this person giving me now? And then it has to evaluate, do I want to swallow this? Well, typically I need water, so I'll drink it. This water now just goes down instantly. Silky smooth normally. Okay, so question. If you can talk loud, that'd be great.
Okay, once you talk yourself down to your heart from your mind, does it automatically go back up, or
oh, okay, yeah.
remain there?
Good question. Okay, so this question is, if I do the mind to heart trial, how long can I stay in my heart to be in peace energy? The source energy is peace.
Right.
Well, somebody could jar you out of that. At first, maybe 15, 20 seconds. Okay? And if you can stay there, maybe you're home alone, and, your cell phone doesn't ring, so you can stay there for the whole day if you don't get bothered by somebody.
So it's an ongoing thing that you have to constantly...
You have to yeah, because you lost that. The aliens took that away from you.
Whether you're aware that you lost it or not, you should do it.
Yes,
Okay.
And you have to say it out loud. If you do it mentally, then you're in the dark side.
Right.
Then you're in mind energy. So you have two energies. You have the mind energy that the aliens created for you to think with. Then you have source energy, which is in your heart, which has no words. When you do the mind to heart drop, you can't think. You can't. I'll do it again for everybody, so we have some new people here. So I'll just do it for you. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So try to think right now. Doesn't exist, am I right? Okay. Why doesn't it exist? Because the light doesn't judge you. There's no vocabulary in light. So what happens is there's people, having businesses where they do channeling, and they do this and that and the other. They're channeling angels, they're channeling this, it's divine energies. Well, no, it's the darkness energies, because what happens is they're getting information from the collective consciousness of darkness. So light doesn't channel. It can't channel. If it did, it'd be darkness, because it'd be judging itself, because you have a vocabulary and you have meanings of words. So that's what peace is. Peace is that. Peace is strictly being in the present moment, and there's no communication. Yes?
If we make lots of efforts to be in the light and all that, still when we die, what happens to us?
Well, you can't go to light. You already have light with you. So you never want to search outside of yourself. As the teachings of Jesus, it's very basic. The kingdom is within, right? That's what he taught. So you know that the way to get there is through the mind to heart drop. So if we have meditators in here, I could ask you, why do you waste your time meditating? It might take you a half an hour. Maybe you got a special CD that you listen to. Well, that's mind energy taking you off into the time matrices, okay? Into multi-dimensions. And you're not here. Who's protecting your body when you meditate? Your spirit's gone. That's why they tell you, at the end of the meditation, to kind of move your body, wiggle your feet or whatever, be here now, right? They're trying to call you back to your body. So when you're out of your body, who's minding the fort? Nothing. What comes into you? Entities, shapeshifters, all this crap can come into you that you don't want to have coming in.
Most people...
And you're trying to get to that same place. You can do it in 15, 20 seconds, and you can be walking around consciously in peace energy.
But still, when you die, your body gets such a shock. I mean, what happens to you then?
Well, when you die, well, the dark side takes you. The light of the darkness, the dark side, presents to you the white light tunnel that you go down, and whatever you believe in, typically, you know, like I said, Buddha, you know, Jesus, Muhammad, whatever, a rock, you know, a rabbit, you know, whatever your belief is in this, in your lifetime is what you're going to be looking at, and that's going to be your quote-unquote savior, okay? And then they'll give you whatever you need to know about for your next incarnation, or at least guide you that way. But they have to dust your spirit off. Your spirit's contaminated. So when you die, your body stays here, typically, okay? And then your spirit is full of emotions of your whole lifetime. So you have what's known as a lifetime review, because you have to get rid of the cleansing. So the dark side cleanses the spirit to get rid of the darkness that it gave to it, so it can come back in again brand new to start over again, to take your energy, to steal it. Yes?
You just mentioned emotion. Most people meditate. I did it for many, many years. Most people meditate because it feels so good. It's just this feeling of ecstatic energy, of oneness, of closeness, of love. People that are really in love with Jesus, people that are working in monasteries, monks, etc., they all have this in common, is this ecstatic, beatific emotion of going into the light and all that. So what role does emotion have in true spirituality?
Okay, in source energy, all there is peace. So when I do energetic work with people, you don't, you know, come up to me and cry and say, oh man, Ron, that was great. It doesn't exist. What I do is take stuff away from you. I take away your contamination, your garbage, your stuff. And in that place is peace. So you know, when I just brought you down into your heart, you have peace. There's no emotion there. So the dark side gives you the script of, you know, like, well, this is great. You know, I had this wonderful healing, and I feel wonderful, and I'm crying because I got rid of this. Well, that's the dark side energy working through you to help to recruit more people around to maybe do that modality or that spiritual practice, okay? So in source energy, once you have something released, it's peace with you, and that's it. And that's what everybody's looking for, is peace.
But so no matter how much efforts we do in life and everything, when we die we lose everything.
Well, the efforts that you're doing is normally mind energy. So each time you do some type of modality or healing or something, and you don't use your spirit, okay, your source energy you don't use, then you get further down the rat hole into more reincarnations, and you become more contaminated. When you become more contaminated, that causes your death. So you're only dying because you have blocked energy in your body, and the blocked energy that you have in your body is from your emotions. That's the big one, yes?
So where does the energy that you take from us go?
If I take the darkness from you, it goes through my body to source energy, and it's eliminated. So my DNA is basically turned up. I live out of time, so I don't live in your time-based reality. So you all live on timelines. I live out of time. So I can see what you're dealing with because I can see your timelines, okay? So I live out of time, and I can run the energy through my body because my body's been prepared to do what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'd be dead. I probably have 1,000 or 2,000 people a day doing clearings on my website. So it comes through me and goes to source, and it's out.
How does it feel for someone to be out of a timeline?
Okay, I'll put you into my time. So I'll first put you should be at zero. I'll just put you to zero. Right now you're at 0 point. So this is where time is stopped. Okay, do you feel a little more peaceful? Because you're not connected to anything in the room. When you're on a timeline, you start putting out psychic connectors to see where you are. Okay, so you feel peaceful now, a little more peaceful? Okay, now I'll put you into where I live in source energy, which has no timeline. It's out of time. So here we go. I'll count to 5 so you can feel the shift in energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There. So it's pretty similar, but it's completely different. So I'm always in the moment. I don't think. If you asked me what I talked about 2 minutes ago, I wouldn't know. Okay? So what I'm doing actually, in a sense, is checking out your energies and telling you, and from the questions, what the answer would be. As far as a script that I have here, you know, each time I do a lecture, I need to look and see what I'm talking about, because it's been, you know, we create something months before for the magazines, and then I got to look at what am I doing, you know. So right now you're in source energy, and you're at peace. So what I want to do here, if we can get one more question, then I'll have, yeah.
Could you explain how we are in a hologram and what we can do to get out of the hologram reality, the matrix?
Okay, yeah, you want to get yourself disconnected from the DNA that's activated in you. Okay, everybody think of a physical emotion that you're dealing with. It could be anything. I don't even know what it is. You know, maybe your dog bit you, or you know that got you pain, and now you're upset with your dog, or somebody cut you up on the highway, or you know, just anything. Maybe you came in here and they lost your information, or whatever. You know, just think of something emotional that bothered you. Everybody have something? Yeah, I'll just snap my finger to clear it. There, and now look at it. And it should be released. You may still see it, but you're not going to have that emotional sting, the anger or whatever. We can do another one for you, so think of one more. And if I do 10 of these, I guess I'll do 10. You're going to say, man, life is great because this is your major issues. But you've got a whole book of these issues, so I have whole lifetime clearings on my website. So think of another one. Okay, ready? That one's released. Think of another one. That's released. Another one. That's released. Another one. That's released. Is your body relaxing? Your shoulders dropping? Okay. Another one. That's released. And anybody want any more done? Do you have any that you can find? What's bothering you? Okay, he has one. Okay, ready? Another one. That's released. Anybody else need some more? I'll work with pain now. I'll do one more motion. So maybe think back when you're going to school, maybe somebody yelled at you or something, maybe your school teacher said something bad to you, and you're hanging on that for your whole life now, and your whole life changed because of the belief system, okay? So here we go, ready? Maybe go back into childhood. Here we go. That's released. I'll do another one from childhood, maybe your first spanking, okay? Ready? That's released. Okay, I'll do pain now. People are in pain. Anybody have pain in their bodies here? Okay, here we go. So think of your pain. Okay, see, source energy doesn't really care what your problems are, okay? Because it's your creation. It's your experience. Because you created it, right? It's your creation. So it's not going to come to you and fix you unless you request it. So all the healings that I'm doing for you is also working with your spirit, and then I just take the energy and process it. Okay, that's the way it works. It's very simple. At least for me, it's simple. So here we go. Think of one of your pains now that you have. Okay, here we go. And there's a lot of pain out there. It keeps snapping my finger. I used to do counting. They got kind of boring and tiring for me to count to 100 or something. So each time my finger's snapping, it's a healing. There we go. How's that feel? Any better? Yeah, I'll do what I do on my conference calls on Sundays, times I do this here. So I'm going to count, we'll do counting now. I'll count to 100. So I want you to think of an issue that you're dealing with. Could be pain, could be an emotional thing, could be maybe divorce or whatever you're dealing with, okay? And when I do the odd numbers, that'll be your situation, the out of balance energy, the negative energy, whatever word you want to use there. And then when I hit an even number, that'll be spirit infusion. So remember, we're taking it away. So all I do is take something away from you, but you want to get your spirit back into you in that location. So the even will be your spirit coming back in. So here we go. I'll move this closer here, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. I have to think where I am, I'm out of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Okay? How do you feel? Did that help you?
Yeah, I forgot what I was thinking about. Was that the goal?
That's the goal, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The goal is to be peaceful, because your thoughts are taking you out of peace. Remember, the thoughts deal with, what is it, the law of cause and effect. You know, whenever you think of something, there's always a reaction to it, right? And so you're dealing with a reaction. People say, I want to be in love, you know, or I want to have love energy. Well, love energy, what's the opposite of love? That's what you're dealing with. You're going on this pendulum back and forth, back and forth. That's a duality. That's the mind matrix. That's the alien agendas. You want to be in the exact center. You want nothing to bother you. When you have nothing bothering you, then you're at peace. Yes? Just talk real loud.
You mentioned a shapeshifter before. What was that?
Okay, yeah, people do have shapeshifters in them. Okay, so the shapeshifters can come in. You don't know that they're in you. I'll do a shapeshifter release here for people. So I'm not watching anybody, but if your body does a little jerk or something, one got released. So I'll count to 10 to release 10 of them if you have 10. What happens is they'll come into you throughout your whole life. They're like sitting, kind of like the back seat of the bus, and then they'll come forward to see what's happening here, and then they'll kind of go back in the back of the bus again or back inside of you. So if you're watching somebody and all of a sudden their eyes look like, you know, reptilian eyes or something, or, you know, if you're really, say, psychic and you look at somebody and you see a long tail or horns or something, or whatever, claws,
When you say
or...
reptilian, maybe their eyes look up and to the right or up and to the left. Is that what you mean? Or
Well,
their eyes
it could be,
color?
you're actually going to see a different life form superimposed over the body. Okay, 'cause they will come forward that way, and they will stay that way maybe for a tenth of a second or something. You can go to YouTube and look up shapeshifters.
Okay.
Okay, but here we go. So if you have anything that's in you, we'll just release it now. So what's going to happen to these people? What's going to happen to them? Well, they have a choice now to come into light or not. And they shouldn't be with you, because you know, who you are was created from light, typically, and you need to get rid of these things. So if they don't come into light, they don't want to choose light, then they're terminated. They're zapped. That's it.
Meaning
They're
you
gone.
won't see the shapeshifters if you don't want to see them.
Well, you won't see them. So here we go. Count to 10, take out 10 of them. So first one out, second out, third out, fourth out, fifth out, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you might feel a little different, you may not, but it doesn't matter. You know, I'm just trying to help you out here a little bit. So don't judge if, you know, you felt yourself a jerk or something. Everybody has these things.
You mentioned about healing on your website. Exactly how does that work? Somebody signs in to your page on your website, and then where does the energy go? Where does it come from?
Oh, okay, yeah, what I have on the website is the conduit is a light beam. So, the light beam, what happened, I did a conference call a long time ago, and this lady was on it who drew alien pictures. And I met her in Los Angeles at a UFO conference. And so she went up on this, I think, a 2-hour call that I had, and she sketched out the light beam. It presented itself to her, and then she gave me the picture. So that's the picture of the light beam, okay? So I use that for the conduit. I can also put Jesus there. I used to have Jesus and different religious icons that could have been here once upon a time. Maybe they were here for 10 minutes or 10 years or whatever, then they left, okay? But people still, in a sense, pray to them. Well, you don't want to pray to anything. When you pray, you become prey to what you're praying to. Remember, everything's inside of you. And once you catch on to that, you go, well, why am I going outside of myself, you know, praying to Jesus? Well, you have the source energy in you. You don't want to get the false Jesus, the light of the darkness Jesus. So you want to get the one, you want to get yourself, because you're just as powerful as any of the masters are that were here. You just have to realize that and know that. But it's all inside of you. So you never want to go outside of yourself, because then you're hooked up. So the P-R-A-Y, then you become P-R-E-Y to what you're praying to. Then you're hooked up. So what I'm going to do is, I'll get a couple more questions here, then we'll do some decloning. Yes, lady back here.
What can you do if you're extremely psychic and you're a medium, and certain situations almost like intimidating you, where your energy is just drawn from you. How do you protect yourself?
You can do a shrink wrap. I'll do that for you right now. So a lot of people who are psychic, they run their energy outside quite a ways. Okay, you don't want to do that. Remember, your energy that you emit from your body, when somebody walks in between that, let's say it goes out 6 feet, okay? So somebody walks in your energy field 2 feet from you. Well, you're picking up their emotional garbage. So it's like a handshake, and you're getting their stuff, they're getting yours. Now you got more to clean up, okay? So the shrink wrap is just to command your body to take your energy that's you're emitting, your auric field, if you want to use that term, and you bring it right to your skin. So I'll do that for you. Ready? There. So anybody feel a little different now? Feel like a little more self-contained? Kind of like you're in a wetsuit, you know? And so you don't want to go out. I've seen practitioners. One person I saw in California had the dowsing rods, right? The L rods. And he had somebody hold this thing, whatever he had. He's selling this particular item, pendant or something, right? And it would somehow increase the auric field, like maybe 20, 30 feet. And I go, uh-oh, So the person, he checks them out, maybe they're 10 feet, and he has them hold, and it goes like 30 feet. Well, whoever's walking in your energy field, remember, this is your energy field, okay? And you don't want anybody to corrupt it. So, just do the shrink wrap. So they may say, well, you want to have a lot of energy. Well, then just do, I now increase my life force energy. And say that out loud, and you start getting more. We'll do it here 10 times. Normally I have you use your hands, but it'll take longer. I want to try to speed things up here. But what you want to do is to sample it at your houses. First, see where your energy field is. You can do it now. Put your hands out and kind of move them in. It's like you're compressing a ball, a spring, okay? And everybody's going to be different. And they'll say out loud, I now increase my life force energy. And now move your hands further apart. And you're going to notice that it's further, maybe next or maybe foot. I'll say it again. I now increase my life force energy, and go out again and come in, and all of a sudden you may be out to here. So we'll say it 10 times. And you put your hands down. I now increase my life force energy. 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 There. And so now do the shrink wrap in case this happens to be going outside of yourself. So just ask your body, because your body is conscious, right? This has nothing to do with your spirit. So just ask your body to take its life force energy and bring it to your body. So I now ask my body to take, and I'll use the word shrink wrap, to shrink wrap. There. And now you're self-contained. So what happens is, let's say that you break your arm, right? And now you got all this pain energy going out of you, and you're in the hospital, right? And you got the nurses walking and the doctors walking, and your energy field is probably going out 100 feet. And each time they walk in front of you, if you're really psychic, you're going to go, oh man, that hurt. This lady might kind of recognize that, So you want to bring that energy back to your body, so you're not leaking energy out of it. So just pull it back, because that's your healing energy too going out. So what I want to do is some decloning. Let's have some other questions here.
I'm trying to remember these terms, but whenever I remember them,
those are in our radio
I'm
programs.
trying to write a note or something, I have to leave source energy in order to remember it. Like you told me about shapeshifters, so I had to write that down on my phone, or else it would just be stuck in my head trying to remember, okay, I should look up shapeshifters on YouTube, because that's a term I don't understand about your lecture.
Okay, you may not want to look them up though, because they could hop into you by looking at them. But you may want to do that, but
okay.
just here I said to do one thing, you want to do it because it's something else. We have a time constraint. How much time? 10 minutes? Oh boy. Okay. Well,
So then how do I remember the terms then? Or does it matter? Or?
Ask somebody in here to help you out after this. Okay, so what I want to do is make your people real, so we'll talk about that. I guess we go over this is the last lecture, right? So we can probably go to 10, okay? So here we go. So this is going to probably frighten some of you, but don't be worried because this is normal. So here we go. You're here every 10 minutes. I'll start over. Every 3 hours, you're real here as a human being in a month. Now, what does that mean? That means that the aliens let you come back here to connect fully to your bone structure, and you're here. That's when you have your really great inspirations. Now I'm going to go wash my car that I haven't washed for 6 months. I'm going to clean the garage. I'm going to go out and do this, do some dusting, and then all of a sudden after 3 hours, you don't care because you're switched out. So the switching out is that the aliens give you, for some reason, it's 10 minutes. Why, I don't know, but 10 minutes is the magic number. So we'll say that we got alien race over here, A, and they somehow bought you to timeshare you for 10 minutes. And they're hoping that you hurt yourself, you know, cry, get angry, get emotional, whatever, so they can take and steal your life force energy. So they have you for 10 minutes and they create a hologram. Remember, they're working in time, so you don't know when time stops. Okay, so when time is stopped, remember, it's like the 1010s on your computer. Okay, so we'll just say the 1 is when you're turned on and 0 is when you're off. Well, that 0 could be a year. You don't know that. Time has stopped for you. Just like the old movie 8mm, right? You know how you used to see it in the old days, you know, like at Disneyland, you could go there and turn this crank and speed it up, go really slow and see it frame by frame by frame. Okay, so they're in control of time, and you live on their timeline. So this alien race, A, will say, is controlling you for 10 minutes, and they're giving you all the mind control transmissions to do different things, hoping that you're going to cause harm to yourself so they can steal your energy. And now, and they create the hologram. They'll create this whole room. They'll create everything that you're looking at physically and what you're hearing. Okay, now the 10 minutes stops. Another alien race has you, or they maybe buy you for the second time. You know, remember, you're kind of being sold. Okay, so now you're dealing with another alien race. They have to recreate you and your clothing and the way you look and everything else. That 10 minutes goes by, maybe they didn't get any energy off you. The third time, maybe somehow the alien race sets you up with your spiritual contracts and soul agreements, okay, from your soul family, and somebody runs into you and you trip and fall and you sprain your ankle. They go, ah, boy, we got a lot of energy now. We got the emotions. The person's pissed off because this person did this to me. You got the pain energy. Maybe you have to go to the doctor, and you got all this scenario going on, and they go, well, we really got this person good now. Now they replicate you on timelines. So now you're out on 1,000 timelines, and each one of these are identical, and they're stealing your energy 1,000 times, maybe even more, okay? And then they can sell that to some other alien race and, you know, do even more things to you. I won't get into that, but we'll just keep it real simple. So the whole thing is the timelines. And now that 10 minutes goes by, the next alien race goes, oh, this is great. Now the person still, you know, has a sprained ankle because it's not going to go away in 10 minutes, right? And so now you have this hurt ankle for all these times on your different timelines. You could be out on millions of timelines, you know, and maybe a whole day. Now you wonder why you can't heal, okay? Because you're out on timelines. It's like a copy and paste. They'll take that hurt foot, replicate it out on timelines, copy and paste in it, and you're here trying to heal, and these things all resonate back to you here. That makes sense to all of you? I hope so, okay? So what I'll do is, for the volunteers, and I can do it for everybody if you like, I can have you come up here, and what I'll do is probably count to 100 to maybe 150, depending on the person, the lowest person or the highest person I have to clear. So each time I do a count, instead of being 10 minutes where you're jerked out and in, it'll be just in my counting process. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means that 5 alien races lost you. Okay? And the last person that when I stop, the last person finally got off of those timelines. And now you become real, and I'll count to make you real. Now what will happen is, when you start looking at people here, you're going to start looking at them, the ones that haven't been cleared, as different. You're going to see them like a hologram. They look like they're in a fishbowl, like they're an artificial intelligent body, like a robot, and you're going to feel warmer. And all of a sudden you're going to be glowing. Now, how long can you hold this? Maybe a week. If you don't get emotionally upset, you can hold it. And so that's what I do. Yes?
These aliens, what does their world look like?
What's that?
Their world, where they live, what does it look like? Like our world is cars, buses, trees. What is their world?
It's whatever they want to do. You know, I don't get into, you know, where they live. Okay.
Who are they? Who are the aliens?
Who are the aliens? Anything that's a different life form that you can't see. Okay. The aliens are living. I got to say this a little differently. The aliens are living with you. Now, what does that mean? Okay. If you look at forest fires, okay, or you look at some of the bombings overseas, and you see the bomb, you know, they show this, you know, the bomb hits, you know, and then you get this explosion, right, and the debris comes up. Take your computer and go pause, stop, you know, play, pause, and as a cloud is moving, you can see alien faces in there. Then you also have the alien ship clouds that are up around here, so you look at any of the clouds that are flat bottom are alien ships. So how high are clouds, okay? Because they're right there. And at times you can actually physically see how they look, because a cloud forms around the ship. So it kind of like is cloaked behind it. On my website I have a gray sky clearing, and what that's used for is, at first the alien ships were like very present. And then they said, well, we're going to camouflage everything with the gray skies. So you have a gray sky now. So you do a clearing on my website, and it's a free clearing. You get on there, and all of a sudden the gray skies can clear up. You know, you hear about a storm coming or something, go on there, put that thing in there, you know, a gloomy day or something. I also have a brand new one, which is a environmental imbalance clearing. Put that in for like weather patterns or things that are happening to your environment.
And then you'd be able to see the alien ships?
No, you have to, they're right with you. They're right here in this room at ground level. You just can't see them. Okay.
But sometimes they hide in the clouds?
They are in the clouds, yes.
Okay.
The cloud forms around the ship. So all the flat bottom clouds are alien ships. Okay. The old days, if you're older, you know, when you went to school, they said draw a cloud, you draw a little cotton ball. All the kids now will draw flat bottom clouds. So the older people here know what clouds look like. And you might see the real clouds maybe once or twice, you know, a month. All the rest of them are alien ships. And they're right up there. You can just go, oh, there's a ship there, there's a ship there. You know, it's real obvious. So, are you guys ready to, I could probably take maybe, if you want, this half of the room and maybe come over here and stand. And what you're going to feel is, you probably feel your body warm up. So what I'm doing is taking away the cloned replicas of you. So what they can take, we'll just say hypothetically, is a little piece of hair and recreate you. And that's how you become cloned out. And then they can take part of your spirit and put that into your body. So you still look human in a sense, but you're not 100% here. Anybody else want to come up?
Is there any danger in this?
Any danger? No.
Any risk factor?
There's no risk factor. The only risk is that you want to become human. So, and the aliens that are doing this are terminated. They're no longer connected to you. So, I want you all to kind of look at the audience out here, and then also kind of do a body check. Now, the people in the audience, I want you to look at these people here, and each time I count, you might see their body twist a little bit, or twitch, or maybe they might become taller, might become shorter, might become skinnier. All this can happen. They may have, remember, each time I'm counting and I'm changing that alien race, another alien race has to replicate them on a hologram, okay? And make the whole room as a hologram. So it could take them a year, we'll say, but I'm just counting, so I'm going from year to year to year. You understand that? Because we don't know when we're turned off, how long that time is, okay? And so I've had people lose like 2 inches on their waist. I had people become taller. I had, normally people can see better afterwards. Now when you look at the audience when we get done, they're gonna look like mannequins out there. And I would like you all to comment on it, okay?
So you think that the audience will change every
No,
couple
no,
seconds?
no, you're going to change.
How am I gonna test that though?
You,
Like,
you,
like if I look at my body, it'll look different? Like
you'll
my
feel
facial
different.
base- oh,
You
okay.
should feel different.
So it's a feeling thing, it's not a visual thing?
It could be visual too, yes. Your clothes could be on your body different each time we do a count. Remember, the alien race has to take you and put your coat on, so take you and put your hat on. Now, what if they make a mistake? What if they get a beginner programmer, right? And they say, oh, put this hat on backwards. You're going to see that happen. I'm not saying it's going to physically happen, but it will happen if they make a mistake. Have you ever looked in the mirror? Once in the morning you wake up, or during the day you look in the mirror and you go, it doesn't look like me. Yeah. And I got big cheeks, that's not me. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, oh, this is me. What was I thinking, Right? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to count. I'll first count to 10. And you should normally feel your body getting warmer. And now I want everybody out here to watch them. Just pick 1 or 2 people and watch them and concentrate on them. Because you're going to see their body change. It may jerk, it may sway. And so here we go. Ready? So
is the audience gonna change at all, or just me?
no, just you. They're not doing it yet. This is a test.
Okay, so you said something about the mannequins in the audience? They're gonna look like mannequins?
They will look like mannequins too, yes.
Okay.
Ready? You all understand what I'm doing, right? So each time I do a count, I'm taking away that alien race. They're being terminated because they're screwing around with you on timelines. They shouldn't be doing that. Free will, free choice here, okay?
So I should look at myself to see my change?
No. Shh. Okay. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Anybody feeling a little warmer or more, maybe a little denser, a little heavier? Denser? Okay. Anybody getting warmer? Quiet group. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to continue on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 20. Just kind of watch these people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. She just jerked, right? You saw that, right? So why did she jerk? Okay. She jerked because she's getting more human. The real part of her physical body and her spirit's coming into her. She's reforming, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and what number am I? 40?
30.
40. Remember, you get 40, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. I'm seeing you guys glow already. You guys seeing it?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 110. Somebody just shifted in here, so they're human right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 130. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 140. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 150. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 170. 1, 2, there. Okay, now you're all ready. So I'm going to bring you in to be human. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, now you're connected. So now you're actually human. Before you were a cloned replica, and you were this in 3 hours of the month. So how does your body feel?
My face feels really relaxed. There's less tension in this frontalis
Oh,
area.
that's good. Anyone else want to comment?
I feel really heavy.
Heavy? Okay.
I feel more grounded and warmer.
Okay, more
Yeah.
warmer,
Audience
yeah.
looks like
You,
mannequins.
I saw your face change. I saw your face change.